Jesus. Hello.
Hello, War Room.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hello.
Hello.
So
Hello.
they don't go for Monkey King again. They go for Clockwork first pick on Empire.
Oh.
Take it easy with our poor
So
heroes.
Jack and Owen.
I'll take care of it,
go on,
don't
Jack.
worry.
Go on,
So
Jack.
Empire did run a lot of Monkey King during DAC, but I've noticed that they also haven't been playing it much since then. So
Yeah.
with a couple teams moving away from Monkey King, and then, as you mentioned, I don't think Secret's ever played it. So I'm not sure what that's about. Perhaps at DAC or afterwards they, if
Yeah. I mean, I'm confused. I think Monkey is still like top tier pick material.
Of course. He's got everything.
Teams probably know something I don't.
Hearing from a couple teams from there, just talking to a couple of them from scrims, it's been not really favored as much anymore. But it's probably pretty team dependent still.
Right. But that's why I thought
They
Team
go for
Empire would
Spirit
be one of the teams with Miposhka, right? To go for it. But okay, Team Secret this time with the Spirit Breaker.
The old
Spirit
switcheroo.
Breaker.
That's what I call the tilter. Lose with a hero on your team, then you pick it up on the other team.
and just say I'll pick your lineup. This
Let
game,
me
we'll see
show
how it
you
goes.
how it's done. Ultimate tilt.
It looks like I think that Secret's they're trying to stray away from just having these heavy team fight things. At least it seems in the last couple of games that I saw, like just now. They're just going for these quick tempo heroes that work really well in the mid game. Like last game they have the Tusk, this time they have Spirit Breaker. A couple other games before that they have just very low cooldown based heroes that can just kind of run in and cause aggression and not really have to force big team fights. So yeah, the Terrorblade being picked up from Empire, that's a lot more stable.
It's an early Terrorblade though, right? Isn't it an early Terrorblade, you think?
But what is
First
the
two?
counter to
It is,
Terrorblade?
but I mean, I think when you're playing against Secret would have loved to grab it themselves, and you have to ban it if you don't pick it. I think in the third.
This hero has just been rising in pick priority in general. I think
Yeah.
across DreamLeague and certainly for Secret, and it's a hero that it's very difficult to deal with. Clockwork is a frequent first pick we see from Empire that they'll often use in a roaming role. As far as what Fog just mentioned about the tempo and stuff, I think in this series between these two teams, obviously, like I said, they just played in Epicenter 2. It was kind of the same situation where if you saw Empire go for big ult, then Team Secret were trying to get under that and play a little bit faster. The CM enables all of your heroes often to get off an extra round or two of spells earlier than they would usually be able to. So you can take fights with those kind of in-between heroes that don't rely on ults. So wouldn't be surprised if Secret goes that direction again. I think with this hero combination they have now, something like a Timber Saw to deal with the Terrorblade Clockwork is very likely something that they pick here. So
I'm getting nervous about you, Jack. It's everything you say I trust a lot. It seems to come from a very knowledgeable place. Have all these insights. Can you just one time in this draft just have a complete nonsense lie, and I can see if I can catch it? Just
throw one
go
in
off
there.
on a triad about something completely false.
This hero is amazing. It's called Wind Ranger.
Hey, yes.
the support Wind Ranger.
Oh,
Hear me out.
God.
There's a couple extra power shots that you get with that CM aura.
God.
More power shots than shackles. Who could pass that up? And Terrorblade. No one wants to be shackled to their own illusion, right? So
The counter.
The logic.
We
So-
found it.
Logical.
So the support Wind Ranger is coming.
Oh, please don't. The only hero that they have lost with, I think, in their series. But anyway, boys, any predictions? Anything you want to talk about? If not, I got something real fun for us.
Well, I really liked Jack's suggestion of the Timber Saw. I think it's exactly what he was kind of saying. They're putting mid one on these heroes that can really easily rotate and put a lot of pressure. It's also super good versus the Terrorblade. So I think that could be a really cool option.
Okay. Can you keep the camera there for a sec? Back on Fogged again? Nice and
me.
zoomed in. We're in the war room, and we have yet to see your war face, Fogged.
Oh God, no.
I want to see your
No,
war
no,
face.
no,
Give me
no,
a
no.
war face, Fogg. Give me the angriest war face you got. I don't believe
Are
you,
you
Fogg.
constipated?
Give me a war face. That's it right there. All right.
Please no, Slacks.
I'm sorry.
I want a still of that. I'd like a still of that, please.
It was beautiful.
Get on the Twitch chat.
Oh
I
God.
said that as my avatar.
I will now get
All right.
more gifts of those.
The Bane?
Oh, give me a war face, Owen. Give me a war face. What is that? I don't believe you, Owen. What are you covering your bum?
He's British.
Give me the British war face. That's as good as we get. All right, no worries. Bane is banned out. We did see a Bane coming out yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, but that was from Team Secret. And
Yeah.
they banned it themselves.
Well, they know its power.
What
They
the
ran
hell?
it, so they're scared of it.
That's the Darkseer ban as well, right?
No Gambit here today. And our next pick.
Bane puck bands from Secret.
Yes, yes. It's something different. Secret. What do I want to take?
Well, let's
The
see.
Kezu
Oh,
Legion. Oh, get the Kezu hero.
You were very confident on that Legion pick last game, Owen. You didn't see it coming this time.
No, yeah,
though.
who banned it out last game? Was it Secret banned it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Against
they banned it
Empire.
versus Empire.
Yeah, it's good. Very good against the TB.
Low cooldown, not really
Clear out
cooldown reliant
illusions.
hero. Clear out illusions.
Clear illusions, hold the Terrorblade with the duel so that he can't sunder.
But can't Terrorblade just blow up Legion during a duel? I mean, he does a lot of
I mean, if
quick
he's got the
damage.
Metamorphosis up, he does a fair bit of damage.
Blade mail as well.
Ooh,
Ah.
Empire stealing Secret strats. The Secret's still theirs. You know,
It
the
gives them-
Tusk and the Spirit Breaker being swapped around.
It gives them the save for the
And
Terrorblade
the
versus the
Timber.
duel.
Aye, there's the
And
Timber that
just like
Jack
Jack
mentioned.
said,
Hell yeah,
Good
Jack.
job, Jack.
Yeah.
9k MMR.
Win range.
Translate.
When was my win range?
Well, you said that they ran this the Timber Saw in Epicenter, right? One of the games, so they do. I mean,
Yeah.
they like having these. This again, like no cooldown reliant heroes. Just trying to constantly run at them. Just a lot of wave clear as well this time around versus the Terrorblade lineup. So not really going to let him seize the opportunity of pushing objectives with that CM aura benefiting on top as well.
And if they go with the aggressive tri-lane option, Tusk and Clockwork usually want to be maybe roaming a bit more or ganking. They're not really the best tri-lane protectors, and so that could be a problem for them too. Once again, if they're under-leveled when that Timber Saw comes through with that first, second rotation, be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but OD comes out really good against Timber.
Stealing that intelligence.
Pure damage. You can
Pure
stop
damage.
the Spirit Breaker charge. You can also mess with the Legion Commander duel with the Astral. You have like now multiple save potential with OD Tusk for your Terrorblade.
You guys with your fancy words. All I want to have to say is like, OD is good against Timber, and the viewers should get it.
They get it. You know, most popular authors write at a 5th grade reading level. Right? People like that. That's how we got our president.
Well, I'm just trying to break stuff down. Jeez, all right. I'll just say OD's
That's
good.
OD good. That's how we
good.
should do it. Let's try to limit it to one syllable, please,
Okay.
for a word. Thank you,
Timber
Warren.
burst.
Timber burst.
OD pure damage.
Oh,
That's
That's
like
Shut up.
that's a lot.
multiple syllables.
take it easy
Shut
on
up.
our poor viewing audience.
OD huge.
Yeah, come on, think of the
OD
NAs.
huge.
OD huge. Timber burst. Snowball good. Dota 2 2025. I love it. All right. So
Disruptor
Disruptor
ban.
Talk down. You know, the old favorite from a lot of teams here right now.
Thrall ban.
Thrall ban.
Thrall ban. Are we actually going to
It's
attempt this? I don't know.
Warcraft 3 Dota, dude.
Oh, that's a scary face. Imagine waking up next to that every
Is
morning.
that Mr. Rue?
No, that's not Mr. Roo. The most beautiful bugle boy in existence? How could you say that about my pug? And there's a sniper ban as well.
Sniper ban, wow. I mean, I guess you've got an OD. Maybe you're worried that it could indeed be like a safe lane Timber from MP, and mid one picks up something else for the mid lane matchup. Certainly a possibility for Secret.
Yeah, I think they still could actually do that because
They could.
OD's a pretty hard matchup for the Timber Saw, so definitely a possibility that they go for some just better matchup versus him.
MP can certainly play Timber, can't
Yeah, they could see it as a counter to two of their heroes, but I'm not sure the sniper would be a pick for Secret. First of all, there's two heroes that are good at getting on top of the sniper, and also Secret would usually draft these kind of big ults to kind of protect a sniper or have somebody as a frontliner. So maybe like an Enigma or something like that would more commonly be paired with sniper when they play it. So I'm not sure if that would be the choice, but I am curious to see what Secret's last selection is.
Yeah, I mean Empire banned the sniper, so it's like, guess they just didn't. They just want to have FN with a good lane. Nice Lex.
Thank you. Last pick coming out here from Team Empire. We're seeing a lot of ways to initiate, a little bit of split push.
Yeah, hard
What?
support.
What rounds it all out, boys? We're looking for hard support here.
Okay, let's get like a dazzle.
Now let's get Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman.
Oh,
Shadow
hell
Shaman.
no. Shadow Shaman's Garbo tier.
I think they're going to go with an offlaner still.
You think so? Even
Oh,
with
yeah,
like
we
clock
think with
and
support
Tusk?
clock.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Monkey King's still available. Untouched.
I don't know. It's where's your support then? It is. I mean, yeah, Tusk and clock, but it feels like you haven't got that true support.
I always like
Which
having-
Doctor or Shaman I'm feeling?
I like having some type of sustain when you have like your OD.
Yeah,
They don't really have
for
anything that
WD.
like. What really benefits so much from Essence Horror right now?
Give me some Omni Knight. The old Omni
Ooh.
OD combo paired up with a Tusk rolling in. Make sure you can repel the Terrorblade.
Having 4 melee heroes though against the Timbersaw might be not too fun though. Oh my goodness! Oh, it's there, and I mean, is that going to be the
stole Secret's pick with that
Oh
winner?
my god.
Is that going to
no,
be the
we said
support
Empire, right,
capacity?
Jack?
What do we see?
I believe so. I would think this would be support, yeah.
Yeah.
We said
Sustained
Empire
for
all
the lane.
along. Wind Ranger for
Yes,
Empire, yeah.
the Oracle.
Imagine that, though. Secret, if they haven't been able to win with
Jesus.
support Wind Ranger, and imagine if Empire
Wow.
could beat them with it.
Wow.
Imagine if that happens.
It would
So it
really
gives them a-
break them.
Just steal their. They're just stealing each other's heroes now. This would be the tiltiest thing ever.
The dankest of timelines.
It gives them
Wait,
a
are we sure?
hard lockdown for
Okay,
the
mid one
Timber.
TA.
Oh,
So
shit,
mid one
yeah.
TA. So
I was going to
Timber's
say,
safe.
because if you switch around these names, say if you had Secret on the left, that is totally a Secret jar.
That is true.
It could have worked out both ways there, really could have.
Production?
Yeah.
Is this accurate?
No, we are accurate. We've got the players picking it up, but yeah, these lineups very much a page out of each other's book.
All right, there we go. It's an honor bout this time, boys. No big pressure lineup, no split push lineup. They're stealing each other's heroes and they're seeing who can play it the best. But who do you think will win this duel of champions?
You go first this time.
I like Empire's draft much more than the first game, but I'm still gonna have to go with Secret here.
I'll go with Empire this time, because there's a Terrorblade in this game.
Okay, I've said it twice already. Never trust a Wind Ranger, and I'll say it a third time. Easiest Secret victory yet. Let's go ahead and pass it over to our wonderful casters,
Oh, God.
who are also in the war room, and see what their war faces look like behind that special desk.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and deep welcome over to the casting desk. Once again, I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Folk. We're ready to take you through Game 2 of Secret versus Empire. We'll see the drafts, and indeed, support Wind Ranger is back, this time on the side of Empire. They do have the Terrorblade, a hero, of course, that teams are really starting to value. We've seen consistently it being banned out against Secret. Empire trying a bit of a different approach and picking it up for themselves. Does Secret have the right to be scared of this TB, or do you like what Secret have done in response?
I love this TA last pick.
Yeah.
It gives mid one, of course, a great matchup, but they also don't really have great heroes to break refraction. So I think this
That is
TA
true.
can actually go
Yeah.
pretty nuts in this game. It's a little bit, it's interesting too. They have like the MP Timbersaw, so now they know that he's gonna be versus a Clockwork, so they might even kind of like leave him to his like own down there and maybe just make movements around the map. Same kind of secret strategy that we've been seeing them doing a lot. You know, just pressure the enemy safe lane and have a 1v1 matchup for their safe lane themselves. So very similar kind of strategy they've been going for.
30 seconds to battle.
Do you think we'll see Empire change lanes up because of this, or will they just kind of roll with it?
I don't think that they've seen this just yet.
Yeah.
I think they should. I mean, they see MP playing Timbersaw, so they probably are aware that this is happening already, but I think this is very tough for the Terrorblade actually to find good farm versus like Legion Commander Spirit Breaker. Once they start getting CM aura, he can get spammed down quite hard, but they do have at least the Wind Ranger to kind of push them out. So I think Miposhka has to just play around his safe lane. They have to just do a pretty much complete
The
defensive
battle
tri-lane
begins.
versus this Legion Commander.
Both teams getting their respective bounty runes. The mid lane matchup, so as you say, you expect mid one should have a pretty good time straight up in a 1v1 against FN's OD.
Yeah, he should do just fine.
Yeah.
And then he's going to more than likely have very early Ancient stacks to just enable himself even more. And OD can't really farm Ancient stacks. Empire doesn't really have anyone who can farm Ancient stacks early on. So
We'll see how this one pans out. Already, FN getting as much harassment in as he can before the point in refraction is there. Bringing mid one down nice and low. Top lane.
oh, Miposhka's actually pulling. He's
Oh, he's
shard pushing the
Oh.
creep on the low ground.
Oh, did it work?
He got only one of the
Oh.
creeps, and he only got the range creep.
Yeah,
But
it is the range creep. It's something, but so I mean, what heroes can you do this with? You can do this with the sharp block. You can do it with the adaptive strike on the
Adaptive
morphling.
strike,
Anything else that other spells that displace the creeps down? I mean, can you do it with a Fisher in the same way that you would do with the shards?
I don't think it displaces as much as shards do.
No, the shards are just a bigger displacement.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a couple other ones. Like, there's a lot of people that just figure stuff out like
Yeah.
that. But all right, he's going for some kind of cheeky play. But I think, all right, I wanted to see him be playing around the safe lane a bit more. But he has his own idea of the game, and now he's going to be following around Puppy, just kind of sapping that experience from the Crystal Maiden. But yeah, I think Secret got what they wanted from these lanes already. You know, having the 1v1 matchup for MP versus Clockwork. And doing that dual pressure lane top.
We're seeing at the moment in that matchup down bottom, Clock's doing all right. Ghostic is getting the CS. Is this kind of expected for the first level or so, and then things start to turn for the worse for the Clock once the Timber has a few levels?
It starts to get much more difficult for the Clockwork. But the first few levels, yeah, you can just cog, you can actually push some of the mana, like mana burn into that, but it's a Timber Saw with CM aura as well, so it's definitely going to be hurting a bit. And the denies, of course, those are the cogs. So he does say he has 7 denies, but he's just hitting his cogs over and over again, so.
See who gets the better of this lane. Of course, the lane with the most action at the moment, the top lane, where we have both teams with a couple of members about. With Chappie and King R trying to deal with Yapso and Kezu's pressure. Chappie at the moment still finding the CS, so is Kezu though. We're going to see both of them get farm out of this top lane. And that's going to be a charge. Just to put a bit of harassment down onto King R, keeping him back. They've got the Orb of Venom on Yapso, so the harassment's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got the Uv Stout Shield build, so Winner's harassment is quite minimal. And now we do see him post just start making that move toward top. So he did try to do that cheeky kind of pull thing, but wasn't able to do it perfectly. But FN's getting a lot of denies in the mid lane. 11 and 8 to the 10-2 Templar Assassin. Kind of to be expected, Astral being extremely potent at just getting yourself your denies and your last hit advantage early.
Bottom lane, MP shoving the lane in. Won't be cogged up. Patch Result as well from Ghostic being used here. But not really enough damage for MP to be too worried. Has that Timber Chain away. A couple of points in the reactive as well. Building defensively.
Yep, just very tanky. Having the multiple regen from the mangoes and everything too. It's just everything heads up versus a Clockwork. Although Clock does have the Shrine at least to help him in that kind of matchup, and he does use it already. Eyes on Yapsor. Miposhka's looking at him.
Just simple swap of position here. Yapsor will charge through. Miposhka does have backup on the way. King R is there. They'll go for the shards. They are still holding back that second point. Now they'll put the point into the shackle shot. Yapsor will bite the tree. Make sure there's no chance of him being caught out by a shackle.
Uh-oh, Puppy's getting ran at right now, but oh, he finds an Invisor.
Going into hiding.
How fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. Could have been a totally different story with those brown boots already picked up, of course, on the clock. Top lane. Poshka again looking to try and make a go. They'll put the Metamorphosis for this one. They've got the shackle shot locked down with the power shot. Kezu falling low, but he pops the stick charges. Tries to run, but the snowball's there to chase him down. That'll be first blood for Empires. Chappie picks it up. As Zone Yaps are out of the lane, and some good execution there from Empire. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Secret are looking to punish. Puppy has that invis, tries for some initial body blocking. Now goes for the Frostbite. But FN already holding back the TA with the Astral. In fact, mid one, he's out of mana and could be out of luck as well. Ghostic there to look for the chase down. Actually missed the flare. Mid one trying to get himself up to the high ground, but the snowball forwards there. Do they have the damage? Battery Assault, can they get in range? Mid one looks for the deny, and he will get it off. Denies himself to the Ancients. Would have been pretty huge for Empire if they found that kill, but mid one just a little too quick as he heads for the suicide.
FN almost dies as well. He was very low. He's like about 50 HP. Puppy almost finished him off, but yeah, they have to play around their timings in top. Kezu versus Chappie. Like as soon as Terrorblade's meta is up, that's when they know he can start going for those type of kills. And Ghostic is actually going with a very early rotation up here, coming toward Kezu top.
I mean, look how aggressive Kezu was playing. We'll see if they can punish him for this. He's got the press the attack, trying to heal him up. Yapsor with the charge buy to hold back Empire, and that will just be enough to save Kezu as he gets himself out of there. They'll try for the power shot. Oh, Kezu with a juke, would have been close. And does manage to dodge the arrow.
Ghostic is just, you can feel how pressured he is. He's like, I can't go bottom versus a Timber Saw with CM aura. Like, it's just impossible. 12 CS, or 12 CS on the Clockwork to 32 on the Timber. Timber already going to be hitting level 6 very early. And now mid one, since the lane is just a bit too difficult in mid, he doesn't want to have the potential of him being roamed on from this Clockwork. He sees that Ghostic is just looking for those opportunities. He's just going to straight up jungle. No risk.
I mean, that is a worry as well. You know, MP's Timber. How are you planning to kill him? I mean, I guess you're relying on the OD to get the pure damage through. Other than that, you don't have huge magical burst. A good Sunder could cause issues, but the rest of it, it's, you know, Chappie and the Wind Ranger, the majority of physical. He's going to always have those max reactive armor stacks pretty much with the way that he's been playing.
Dodges the charge. They don't have TA traps, but he should be dead here.
Tries to go for a sharp block off, but they're too close to him. Quick bash from Yapzor finishes off the kill. Secret get themselves the first kill on the board for their side.
It's all about maximizing now.
Yeah.
FN goes to the jungle. MP's trying to maximize as well, stacking up camps so he can farm extra with that CM Mora bonus. Do they have any ancient stacks on the side of Secret? Not just yet. So not prioritizing that yet. But we'll probably see a couple coming out in the next couple minutes.
Poshka actually making another journey over here to Secret's land up top. Making the go in onto Chappie. Kezu not quite yet has the jewel. Quarter of a level away from it. I won't quite have the lockdown. Have the least force in the back. And Puppy
Maposhka.
actually finding Maposhka here. And with the charge through from Yapso, Maposhka should be in a lot of trouble. The cut rounds there from MP with the Chakram. Shards will block him up. He's got the snowball, but it's going to be snowballing into his inevitable death as the final whirling death from MP finishes him off. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty big Timber Store. He's second on the CS, level with TB at the moment though. Of course, Chappie up on his top lane, getting that first blood and getting the same amount of farm. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. I mean, MP on the Timber certainly could do a lot about the illusions that Chappie's going to have. But at the same time, if this does eventually go late, that Terrorblade's pushing and damage potential is going to dwarf what Secret have over the mid one in terms of physical. Now, the Terrorblade is going to be Sierra.
Going for the first smoke gank. They really want to punish Puppy's jungling. Ghostic now rotating in with the Maposhka, and I think Puppy's gonna pay the price this time around. Very deep though.
And we'll see if any TPs come through. Doesn't look like they will. They'll just accept Puppy's death. And we'll let Empire get away with it. At the same time up top, bit of aggression coming in from Secret as they force back the Wind Ranger. Ghostic comes in with the TP. Does have hook shot, of course, on the clock. So can look to make some counter plays if he sees the opportunity to do so. Chappie slowly making his way across the map, clearing out the jungles.
Yeah, he got the hell out of top. Like, as soon as he sees Legion getting close to that 6, it's just like, well, CM Aura and the amount of damage that Overwhelming Odds really does do, he doesn't want to be up there. It just slows his farm down too much and puts him too much at the risk of getting killed.
Radiant's middle tower is
FN. He's going to head down to this shrine. I was going to say, spent a bit of time waltzing around on pretty low life. And bottom lane, of course, MP looking to go straight for the Bloodstone. And it's the first time this game. No necessity at the moment for any sort of Yule Scepter.
And Secret's feeling pretty damn good. They don't really feel the need to be making aggressive moves either. Puppy's just continuing jungling. Mid one's just like, all right, Yapsar, bro, I'm just going to farm jungle. You take mid lane, get your experience, get your 6. Top lane, Ghostic, spotting out Kezu.
There's a charge onto the clock. Secret could turn if Kezu doesn't die, actually, to start with. In fact, out of mana, I think he may just do so, yeah? The power shot lined up thanks to the cogs. And Yapsor, unless he can get a bazillion bashes, he ain't getting that kill in return. So, Empire take down Kezu, and Secret unable to punish.
I thought we might see MP do a very early rotation, but he just wants to keep pressuring the bottom lane. Chakram off the mark. Maposhka's still looking in a world of trouble.
Yeah, no way he can get his way of this one. MP just needs to get in range for the final burst. Has the Chakram, just needs to line it up. Actually going to miss it. And Maposhka trying to get himself away with his fancy footwork. And in fact, well, with the OD on the high ground, I think Maposhka's fine. Yeah, MP's just gone straight into this. MP will finally get the kill, but he does lose his life for it. As FN, I think, will be pretty happy with taking the trade there. They lose the support, but the mid laner gets a free kill on the safe laner Secret.
Yeah, he actually ended up missing 3 Chakrams and I think 2 or 3 Timber Chains, so...
Yeah, the sloppiness certainly cost him there.
Yeah. Nice little jukes coming out from Maposhka and a good rotation coming out from FN, though. And that skill build, you know, the 4-1-4 build that we've been seeing a lot on these ODs, and he did actually have a DD rune as well.
Yeah.
Puppy, using Freezing Field to farm up a nice neutral camp. Stack. Got it all. Wow.
Not going to be quite the speed that we saw of his Midas in game 1. 11 minutes in and still about 1k gold to go. It's a Blink Dagger complete for mid 1.
Yeah, they were able to alleviate a lot of the pressure off of Chappie with Ghostic's rotation, so now he's able to inhabit the top lane again.
This could be nice if they could kill Kezu with the smoke. They got a hook shot, Poetry Assault and Power Shot. It's a fair bit of burst. They're going to wait for the press the attack to wear off by the looks of it, and now there they go. Straight in as soon as the duration comes off. The regen no longer there for Kezu. Trapped up by the shackle shot, and they've got the damage to bring them down. Nice movement from Empire, gets themselves the kill. Again on the bottom lane, Miposhka playing around with MP, feeling a little less scared after the last performance of the Timbersaw. And looking to duke that one out. Does do it nicely with the snowball, but Puppey there as well. They'll take the kill.
Not this time. Top lane, Metamorphosis up, trying to pressure the tower. Does Secret want to respond at all? It looks like mid one does. I think Timbersaw as well is going to have his TP ready. Does he want to go up there? He does not. He actually ports after the tower dies. They do have the charge coming in.
But I don't think you can chase that. It's too far gone.
Yeah. A little bit slow to react and to pressure that after getting that kill onto Miposhka. So Miposhka actually making a good amount of space, even though he dies bottom. I think that's an honorable death. He doesn't. Oh, he makes it so the Timbersaw stays down there for the kill and isn't able to rotate top to save the tower. So those are deaths that you have to be okay with as your team. Even though he has 4, maybe a couple too many, but.
I mean, do you think if you're Secret, do you have to be worried about how much farm this Terrorblade is getting? Because Chappie has had a pretty solid opening to this game. They've not really stopped him at all.
Yeah, I think that they should be a little bit concerned. I mean, they definitely need to just keep the pace up. Claim objectives is very important, and that's what they're doing. Taking tower tier 1s, getting into the enemy jungle, getting those TA traps to watch the Terrorblade's movements, and just getting those offensive wards down.
Yeah.
MP, sandwich bottom.
Yeah, this should be an easy one here as Empire surround him, and again, the damage from this OD just pummels. It destroys the Timbersaw. That, as you say, their skill with a maxed out Arcane Orb. Easy kill for the side of Empire, and they'll transition it into a tower in return for losing the top one.
And that's without meta too. That's very important.
Up top, the ghost being made by Secret. They have Ghost Stick jumping across the cogs here with a Nether Strike. He's taking down low. Kezu, has he got enough overwhelming odds? Well, not for 8 seconds. Force here to save Ghost Stick, and certainly looks surprised. FN turns up, drops the Sanities. That's going to be an instant kill onto Kezu. Yapsor will charge forward, get the kill in return. And mid one on his way out will make it. They'll save Ghost Stick, but it does cost FN his life there.
Yeah, nice little force staff play, but ends up paying with his life. He wasn't able to use the Astral on himself. So I think Secret's kind of okay with that. Kezu is getting a little bit behind, but he's gonna have his Blink Dagger at a pretty decent timing anyway. Just not gonna be able to get those. He's not gonna have that like crazy dual damage this game probably. Just gonna be as a lockdown. Puppey, bottom lane.
Yeah, and he's getting a very nice duration at the freezing field off. Will finally take a punch, and will knock him out for good. Again, as these straight trades are happening, and we can see in the net worth at the moment, it's pretty much bang on even.
Yeah,
very tight between these two teams. Very hard to say really who's going to be happy with the opening. I think both teams will certainly see the positives from this sort of a start. Empire are going to be saying to themselves, well, look, Chappie, he's in a great place. Secret, they're going to be saying, look, mid one, he's going to be able to hit that Blink Deso timing that they need him to do in order to start making the plays and really causing havoc for Empire with the massive amount of physical burst he can offer.
Yeah, I think in a perfect world, Secret would want this to be a little bit crisper. I don't think that they want it to be able to lose this bottom and tier 1 tower when they have Legion Commander, Timbersaw, CM, like all these 3 heroes to outspam so much. They just got caught up by some nice rotations by Empire and just kind of got baited by Miposhka a little bit, like that one kill. Yeah, that was a pretty important one actually.
Certainly in comparison to Game 1, Empire, they're getting the objectives that they're looking for. We're yet to really see them struggle to find anything that Secret are stopping them from getting. Whereas in that last game, definitely Secret reading Empire very well. But this time around, it's a little more close. Yeah, just finally done for Puppey.
Secret seems, they still seem like kind of okay though with this farm game. Yeah. Yapsor even queues up the Midas. Like you said, Puppey has the Midas finished up. Everybody else is just trying to acquire their items because they know they can be a bit greedy. Like they're playing versus a Clockwork offlane. Clockwork is one of those heroes. It's kind of like, you know, that like Spirit Breaker kind of thing. He gets farmed through kills. He can't just sit in the lane and really farm it. It's not ideal for him. Smoke coming out. They've got the Blink Dagger finished on the Legion Commander, looking to press a little bit of their small advantage. Maybe even go into that Roche pit. Do they have the Deso finished up? Not just yet, so they probably want to get some pick off first.
See what they can get.
Chappie's got some nice timing though. Manta style already finished for that Terrorblade. He's quite huge.
He's rocking it this game. And there'll be the pick. Just a support, but it's absolutely A-OK for Secret. Extra damage for Kezu. They'll certainly take anything that they can find when you are scaling Legion Commander. Bloodstone now complete as well, thanks to that for MP. So obviously off the back of having a good time in lane, he still hits the good timing. Still, as you mentioned, quite a sizable difference between the two safe laners. With that flow that Chappie's been hitting, sweeping across the jungles. Certainly getting a lot more farm than the Timber at this stage.
And his movement around the map is quite good.
Yeah.
Like he moves bottom right away. They are starting to set up though from Secret. Are they gonna be able to catch anything? They do have the charge coming in. They do want to chase him all the way out. The TPs are ready for Empire. Everyone's just getting the hell out of there.
Yeah, good call from Empire. No one will be caught.
Ghostic, going for the hook.
Must have just been off. It looked very, very close indeed.
Yeah, I think it was just a range that time actually. Only 2,000 range for the hook shot. It was just shy of hitting Yapso, but maybe for the better because of the positioning that it was.
Are you a little, I mean, are you surprised that the OG this game didn't go for the Midas? Would you like the option to go straight for the Hurricane Pipe?
I like the 4-step build. Yeah. I think maybe he could have gotten it at one point just because he is playing with a Terror Blade.
Yeah.
And he knows his Clockwork's not really going to become like that scaling core, but you know, he's probably that's just like the feel you get. He just wants to have that very early to be able to kind of disengage from the fights and get involved early. So you could see what he wanted. Like maybe he felt like the pressure on his safe lane was a bit too much, so he wants to just go around and be able to get those kills. I mean, he probably wouldn't have been able to get those nice rotations coming out if he didn't go for this build. So
an MP going for the Bloodstone Blink build on the Timber side. Oh, he's blocked himself off with those shards. Couldn't quite find the path to it.
Nice job by Yapso recognizing that, getting a nice TP out. Forcing, he knows at least 2 or 3 heroes. Actually, he knows 3 heroes are down there. He saw the power shot, he saw the shards and the Clockwork Rocket, so some good information going the way of Secret.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't know if they really want to force the rush just yet. Mid-one does claim himself a free tier 2 tower top. Okay. That's lovely.
Yeah, that does so. Doing things. Let's see.
I mean, they're fine with this. Like everyone's farming on the side of Secret. They even, as soon as they see Ghostic in lane, they are gonna start running at him. So. So Ghostic backs up as soon as he sees Yapster starting to charge through. They're all starting to make the adjustment and movement down with Empire. A nice smoke rotation. MP getting initiated on bottom. He is surrounded. He is in a very difficult position right now. He's going to get brought down. Mid one, though, with Yapsor, with the charge follow-up. FN drops very low. Able to get himself out with the Astral. Kezu getting chased out by Ghostic and Chappie. The trap coming out from mid one, though, able to disengage. So only losing Puppy so far in this. Miposhka now diving deep. Is he going to get turned around on here? They use the glyph to try to defend their tower from Chappie. MP does respawn. Miposhka gets brought down quickly, though, from mid one. 2 quick hits. In case you're wondering, Owen is MIA for a moment, so bear with me, guys. 3-man shrine usage. Secret just resetting themselves. While Puppy goes on a warding adventure into the enemy offlane. They actually don't have that many wards on the side of Secret right now, so this is good little timing for him to be able to do that. But they do have nice traps being laid out from mid one, and now they do seize this. They're trying to go for the opportunity to go for that rush. They know that the OD ulti was expended. It does get scouted right away with the press the attack, and mid one having that Desolator finished up. Looks like they should be able to clean this one up before Empire is able to contest it. The Metamorphosis is also on cooldown. Kezu trying to keep eyes on that Clockwork. Nice hook in by Ghostic, though, able to clean up MP. He does get brought down, though. They're able to claim the Aegis onto mid one. Puppy with a very nice zoning freezing field. FN, though, Astral's on cooldown. He's getting brought down 60 HP. Backlines, though, Chappie getting locked down. Sunder is on cooldown. He is surrounded by 4 heroes right now. He's looking to be in quite some trouble. Duel coming out. He is going to get cleaned up. Very nice fight taken by Secret, but they do lose MP very early on, so his Bloodstone charges are starting to wilt down. But still, very good opportunity seized by Secret, just recognizing that the OD ulti was down and that the Metamorphosis was on cooldown. It was definitely their go time to take that Roshan. Now mid one, pressuring the tier 2 mid. It's definitely a good read, though, by Secret, just understanding they can do that. And Empire's damage is pretty lacking when the OD doesn't have a lot of int stacked up, nor do they have the Metamorphosis. Definitely very good, though. Secret having those 2 Midases finished up on the CM and Spirit Breaker before that fight, so it's always very nice to win a fight right after that. Mid one, getting very aggressive onto FN. He knows the Astral's on cooldown, gets hooked up by Ghost Stick, though. He has a lot of damage, though, with this DD. Even though it's through the Blade Mail, he's able to just rip him apart right through it. Trying to claim the Aegis, just trying to throw spells at him, not to commit and just bring it down safely. Secret now. Keeping the aggression going, stealing this double Ancient stack. Don't worry, guys. Owen's back. He can save the day.
Thanks, Rod. What have I missed? What have I missed, Fogged?
Empire took a fight bottom. They used they used meta. They used OD ulti.
Biscuits.
But Secret were able to go to Roshan right afterwards. Even though they lost a tier 2 bottom, they saw that both ultis were used and they claimed it. So there you go. That's your little small update.
Well,
Mid one
nice.
got some kills. MP lost a lot of Bloodstone charges, but mid one's looking good.
I was going to say, it looks like a game looking for the net worth. It could be another mid one show.
Oh yeah.
It's setting up to be that. Oh, the Blink Deso, Hurricane Pike, 1300 gold to go and pushing down onto the bottom lane. Tier 2 down for Secret. Empire not looking to stop it. They've got the Shadow Blade as well. Now done thanks to that Midas build-up.
So you came back just in time, Owen. I was starting to crumble.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you were doing fine, Fog, weren't you? I heard you when I was out there. It's great.
That was okay.
There we go. Jump forward, shove the TA away. Off you go, son. Get away from my base, says FN. BKB done for Chappie. It's certainly going to be pretty crucial against this MP Timbersaw and such. And even just the damage from Puppey if he gets to go freezing field off.
Yep, Kezu got eyes on Miposhka. Gets punched up. He's got the blink up in a second, though. Gets hit again. Should be able to get the duel anyway.
Yep, they're going to go for it. Won't be enough damage to kill him straight away. And in fact, Ghost Stick's got the wraparound onto Puppey. Puppey's going to be taken down, maybe. MP trying to do his best to save him, but the snowball from Miposhka ends up finishing off the kill. They'll lose Ghost Stick in return. It's a 1-for-1. Secret jumping in for more. They've got the better numbers. Empire not having the backup required to deal with Secret's onslaught, as they will find the trade 2-for-1. Another kill from mid one.
I like this MP item decision. He went for the Blade Mail. You saw he had the blink queued up earlier.
He changed.
So
so
Blade Mail versus OD.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit.
That is true. Yeah, as we said earlier, what the OD was really the big issue for MP. And smart itemization.
I think that's one of Secret's big standpoints that I've been seeing, at least in DreamLeague. Every single time that their itemization is actually just extremely good.
Oh, for sure. Definitely a strong point. Talking about itemization, what do we think mid one's going to get? Does he need to get BKB himself this game, do you feel? Has he queued up anything on the T8?
I think he's going to go for his crit Bloodthorn build.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the Orchid. And I mean, it's really good versus the OD. OD doesn't have BKB yet.
Yep.
So silences always really hurt him. As for maybe like a last item BKB, they do have like a good amount of lockdown for him, but like we were saying, they don't really have great refraction breakers, so he's pretty safe, and he has a lot of frontliners already with the Legion Commander frontlining, Timbersaw frontlining, and Spirit Breaker just kind of running in. So he can kind of just like chill in the back lines and get all the damage out that he needs.
Yeah, Puppey has the Solar Crest complete as well. Always a nuisance.
They're so farmed. Look at this. Spirit Breaker and Crystal Maiden ahead of net worth of the Clockwork. So even though Ghost Stick has been making some, I gotta say, he's been making some pretty nice rotations. He's just not able to get the farm on. Miposhka top though, Snowball on cooldown. Mid one just slices and dices him down.
What are you going to do about this TA? It was, as we saw the draw, it was the final pick, wasn't it, from Secret?
It was, yeah.
And it's worked out very nicely. It really has. Aegis will expire. But there's a DD here waiting for mid one. He'll certainly be happy with grabbing his hands on that. Lovely. Bottles it up. And they have to be very careful, Empire, about getting, well, two shot if they're lucky, really, by this Deso. Hurricane Pike Orchid double damage TA.
They really
They've
want to
gotta
start
be
the
careful.
engagement. Kezu's just going straight up on the high ground.
Straight up here with the jewel onto the OD, and there comes the damage for the TA. That's going to be the OD straight out. Chappie will put the BKB, but again, look at the damage. They've got the passage through the BKB. Does get the chance to turn around with the Sunder, but it's not the best. Doesn't bring it actually back that high. The target wasn't ideal, but still they have killed off 2. They'll stop Yapso, they'll stop Kezu. Now, trapping them up with the high ground. They find the lockdown. They've actually brought down mid-1 as well. Big kills here for Empire on the defense. They may even get mid-1. The power shot flies through. MP will kill himself. But a big defense there as Secret just got a little too crazy, a little too gun-ho. They went in, took down FN, but just underestimated the turnaround potential that the Empire could offer.
Yeah, Chappie gets like not the greatest like HP swap Sunder, but just enough to kind of push him over the limit. He ends up using a shrine. He's able to turn around. Again though, Ghost Stick. He was right in the front lines. Even though he dies right away, he did his job. You know, he separated the fight. He separated them away from the Terror Blade, and he just stands there with Blade Mail. So very good placement again there from Ghost Stick. And you can see what Secret wanted to do though. They were like, okay, Tusk is dead. We can get aggressive right now. They have no save for they have no save for Terror Blade. They have no save for OD, but.
Yeah, he's at Ghost Stick and Miposhka. He trapped in them with the shards, making sure the Secret didn't really have a good way of disengaging off the high ground and underneath the tier 3. So a nice tasty gold swing there for Empire. I'll certainly be happy with that one. Chappie still trying to catch up to the pace that mid-1 is bringing this game, as mid-1 still sits at the top.
Every coin.
Chappie, of course, Scardy, still about 1,000 or so gold away.
Eyes on King R. He is charged up. The Shadow Blade coming out as well, so he
Does
should
have a
be able to
haste
snap
ring.
it. Yep. Still a bit, yeah, and there's too many heroes in the area there. They do see the rotations coming in with that ward from Secret.
I'll go back for the treads here, Yapsa. Extra bit of attack speed, bit of punch. Shiva's Guard, of course, the item choice for FN. They'll make the jump in. Looking for the kill on mid-1. Ooh, nice Hurricane Pike. Dodges the hook. And mid-1 will be fine here.
I think we might see him make the adjustment to the BKB pretty soon. I think it's much safer than finishing off your full Bloodthorn. You know he wants it. He obviously wants the Bloodthorn, but I think it's a bit risky. You're so far ahead. I think you should just be the safest versus like an OD versus like Wind Ranger power shots versus Tusk versus Clock. There's so many different spells that can kind of lock you down. But I mean, mid-1, we'll see what he wants to do. This guy, he likes to get his glass cannon build a lot of the time.
He really does, and he knows how to play with it.
Yeah.
Very careful with his positioning. I mean, we saw in any kind of these heroes, the TA, Ember, and Tinker. You know, heroes that you do have to be careful of being caught out and down, and heroes you don't really want to be building BKB on. Because you want to have that high burst potential.
In his mind,
that's what he's good at.
He could be looking, you know, he's like, oh, we got 3 tanky frontliners.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I shouldn't be getting focused on.
And we're going to see Secret try and make for a play here as they lead in behind mid-1. Trying to use the TA as bait. See who they can get the catch on. Mid-1 ready to lead in. Chappie finds the opening, puts the BKB straight away, making a go onto Puppey. Puppey melts. That's going to be the first casualty. Yapso charges past, jump forward from Kezu. Gets the jewel onto the OD on the back lines, but the Arcano is still punching through into him. That's going to be a second loss here for Secret. They'll lose Yapso as well. MP, he's almost certainly going to drop. The Sanity's not doing a lot of damage, but the Arcanos will finish him off here as they get 4 kills. Sentry's been dropped down as well as mid-1 tries to melt his way out of this, but Secret, they just get absolutely steamrolled. 5 deaths. That went horribly wrong for I don't think I've seen a fight in all the Secret games here in DreamLeague that have gone just that drastically bad, considering the position they were in beforehand. Just losing 5 heroes like that. Chappie just with a BKB, he just seemed untouchable. And it seemed like Secret there just made a billion different calls to go on different members, and it just fell apart very quickly because Empire pulled together as a team.
And it's Roche respawning right afterwards. That was just very aggressive coming out from Secret.
Man, plays like that will certainly be punished.
Yeah, I mean, they have the freshly, you know, the pretty much, not totally fresh, but pretty recently picked up BKB for the Chappie Terror Blade, as you mentioned. He had the Scotty finished up, so he's pretty tanky. And Kezu blinking very far into the backlines, trying to go to FN, but he's tanky.
Yeah, you can't rely on the Legion to just kill F on his own. You need follow-up damage. And I think mid-1 was just kind of being held back from it all. And being the last man to survive, no escape.
And Empire
take
does
him as
have
well.
a lot of ways to protect them, you know, like the Clockwork Cogs, the Ice Shards, the Sigil even on top too. All these different things just protecting the OD and Terrorblade in the backlines. Definitely start to add up. Secret Nyx definitely need to be careful. That was a huge swing
That was a
looking
big
at the
I think it
net.
was about a 4, well, 5, well, even more than that actually. About 5-6K swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very sizable. One more of those fights and it'll be back neck and neck between these two teams. And it feels like you do have to be worried if you're Secret. If this Terrorblade continues to grow and grow, you know, there's going to be the point where you really just can't jump in and bring him down. It doesn't matter how much damage you're going to be building on this TA. The armor's going to be high on Chappie. He's going to have the Sunder. He's going to have ways to play around that initial jump in. Yeah, they cannot afford to let that happen again, Secret. They've got to be more careful. They'll try and make another go for FM, but quick with the blink out. Still looking to chase. The force back's there now. Yapzor, he'll turn. There's the hook shot, and Empire again. They're ready to punish. They'll trap up mid one in the cogs. He gets stunned up as well. Look at the damage here from FN just ripping into him with the arcane orbs. That's going to be one first pick kill, and they're not done yet. They look to trap up MP, forcing him to kill himself. Jump forward from Aposhka, seeing if he can find anything more. He won't. They're out. But again, Secret just throwing away 2 lives at their big cause. And I do not see how Secret can win this game if they continue to play like this.
They're playing just way too aggressive. They're like not respecting the power that Empire does have with their lineup. But this OD is still very farmed. The Terrorblade is still very farmed. They do have the Bloodthorn finish on the TA to kind of deal with the Solar Crest and the evasion that's going to be coming out for the Terrorblade, but they just lost 2 big heroes. They're going to lose a Rax
losing
here.
Rax. I mean, maybe even a couple. I mean, down for 50 seconds mid one. And that is the guy who has the damage. It really is, again, kind of a note back to some of the drafts Secret did at the Major, where they had these lineups where you're relying on mid one to carry. MP on the Timbersaw, you haven't got any physical, you got a lot of magical. It's just not going to scale. You need mid one alive if you wish to tackle Empire. And as soon as he's down, Empire know that they're at a massive lead in terms of strength and can get away with whatever they want. They take the racks. Chappie now has the butterfly complete. Yeah, Secret. I mean, I said if they made one more mistake, it's going to be pretty game losing. They did just make one more. It's certainly bordering on that point where you've got to really, really worry for Secret in terms of if they can actually just bring it together again in this game.
I mean, it's super difficult now. They gave up the Aegis. You know, they gave up their big advantage. As a Templar Assassin lineup, with a TA in your lineup, you always want to have the Aegis before you even go for those type of high ground sieges or those like big breaks. He's still not even very close to the BKB. Empire has Aegis. They have everything they need now. And you look at the net worth. That swing is like almost 12,000 in the past 10 minutes.
Back down to 0. Yeah.
They've got all the items they now need on their cores. Like, this is extremely problematic. Like, Kezu is not really scaling. MP has completely stagnated. He went for like the Blade Mail into the Blink, which was, I like the Blade Mail pickup, but he wasn't able to do anything with it afterwards because of that crazy dive that they kind of went for, and now he's just got Lotus Orb. And he's down to 2 Bloodstone charges.
That's not great. And that's your safe lane. That's your position 1 Timbersaw.
Uh-oh, mid one. It looks like they know something's up here.
Ooh. They do have a sentry on King R. I mean, if he drops that down, that would be pretty PogChamp. But he's actually going to be jumped on. Quick few hits, mid one takes the kill. Chappie now turns to fight, but the blink out's there. No, mid one. Ooh. He actually didn't blink far enough. Now goes down to the low ground. I've got a sentry still on the touch. They have the vision. Ghosted comes in with a hook shot. Mid one again. He's down for 100 seconds. Mid one with pretty much 3 deaths at the start of any kind of attempt of Secret getting something positive done. I really feel this. You cannot win a game with plays like that.
They're gonna lose another Rex.
Yeah.
Like this Rex is dead. They're gonna try their hardest to defend it, but versus a Terrorblade with meta, with a BKB and an Aegis on your OD with so much installing already.
And a dead puppy,
and
just dying from a mile off with that Hurricane Pike. MP will jump in. Looking to burst down Chappie, charging from the sidelines. Yapzor immediately pops the Shadow Blade. Kezu looking for an opening, but it's straight away. Chappie's there with the Sunder. Stealing Kezu's life, will shrine back up. Empire try to be a little careful. Chappie pots the BKB and they will retreat. Jump forward from MP, see if we can punish, but look at the damage! Look, FA just turns and punches into him, and Astral will hold back the Timbersaw. And MP does chain himself away. And Fan thinking about coming back in with the Shiva's Guard, but Secret as well. Keeping their distance. Chappie will heal back up. Thanks to the lads from Aposhka.
Is under attack.
Yeah, they didn't want to take the fight just because the Aegis was getting reclaimed. So Empire playing it much safer.
Yeah.
Better, like much better decision making this game. Secret had a very good and commanding like mid game, but then the last 10 minutes or so, it seems like they are just getting way too aggressive, just not respecting the power of Empire, for sure. And this is looking very tough for Secret now. And once they get their BKB on the TA, that's when they get their next big power spike to build the fight. Because he is level 25, so he's got those 9 refraction charges. So once he has BKB, he'll be able to actually do some damage, but the Terrorblade is now 3,500 over him, and he's going to be on his way toward the Satanic.
Yeah, he's about halfway to the BKB.
Yeah.
He's still got quite a bit of gold to go until he picks it up.
And FN even going for this, I like this build. Like you mentioned the Shivas earlier, he went for the AC too, so he's just stacking armor. Clockwork as well, Solar Crest, Blade Mail, Plate Mail, armor on armor on armor. Vlad's for Miposhka, just more armor. Everybody just getting so much resilience toward that physical damage potential.
It's very hard for them to bring down FN. Or FN or Chappie. The two cores are just scaling much better than Secrets are going to be able to.
Those are just some very, very big mistakes coming out from Secret, and Empire capitalizing on them heavily.
Yeah, the TB performance has been very strong from Chappie. 617. Great farm, great build, and great play of the team around him, enabling him to have that opening, that space at the start, and now to have this ability to turn up and push and fight, and not really care about anything that Secret are going to be throwing at him.
Yeah, Chappie's going to have Satanic finished up if he wants to grab it. But now they're knocking on Secret's front door. They're keeping them in their base, so mid one not able to find that extra bonus of farm to be able to finish that BKB. And Chappie just pops the meta and just starts beating on the tier 3.
Yeah, and the losers just rip through it. You'll see mid one try and make some sort of a jump in. Yapso is actually going to commit with the charge straight down onto the low ground. Chappie turns, forcing Yapso away. They will frostbite the TB to hold him back. A Secret not wanting to jump down anyone else onto the low ground to find this fight. As Chappie waltzes back up, looks at the melee racks and look at the damage he's doing. He is ripping through these racks. The fortification comes out. MP with a jump forward. Chappie trying to get the Sunder off. There's a lot of good targets. Turns toward mid one. Easy full health here for the Terrorblade. And they just can't dent him. Chappie just mans up. They've already lost 2. Mid one has to buy back. And Chappie does not give a damn about anything coming his way. We'll see mid one go for a bit of a tickle. And that's pretty much all it is, as the turnaround is there once again. FN just comes in with the Sanity's Eclipse. 2 down on Secret, make that a 3rd as Spirit Breaker falls as well. MP trying to cut them down low with the Timbersaw play. There'll be a buyback from Yapsaw. Snowball straight in, Snowball into the Snowball. Oh, that's kind of neat. He jumps up, so it will drag him quite far away, but it doesn't look like Empire want to fight him. Mid-Poshka in trouble. Mid one looks towards Ghostic, the evasion, keeping the Clockwork alive. Jackal won't connect. Mid one, can he get a kill out of this? Hook shot from Ghostic, holding MP back. Down with the cogs as well. Ghostic just kiting them all up here. He's making them fight for it. Will finally bring him down. So Secret do get the kills, but it cost them 2 buybacks. And I believe they did end up losing the melee racks in there on that top lane. They did indeed. Melee racks down, 2 buybacks still. They are falling ever and ever more so behind Empire, as they continue to have the commanding lead at this stage of the game. Team Empire.
Just so hard for them to really take fights now at this point. Where Secret, Empire has so many different types of save mechanics. They throw Solar Crest, Lotus Orb on Chappie, and then in that fight, Kazu blinks into the backline. He tries to get the duel onto the OD, but instantly Tusk just blinks in and snowballs that. So the entire kind of initiation and like distraction that Secret was trying to go for gets nullified because of that one snowball play. And then Ghostic as well just zones them out, zones them away from everybody else with his positioning on the Clockwork and with his cogs. So just easier, much easier now for Empire to really just take these fights with this big net worth advantage. That is quite a mountain swing.
Oh, look at that. Woo. That is, yeah. I mean, that's got to be at least a 25k swing or such over the last, what,
come in handy.
10, 15 minutes? Has it been, or 26 onwards? About 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That swing has taken place across. Can Secret swing it back? That really is the question. We've, yeah, I've mentioned it's very hard to do so considering their heroes and what they have in terms of items against Empire.
Yeah, they need. I mean, now they really desperately need those BKBs to actually just be able to not get locked down and be able to actually try to burst somebody down during those 10 seconds, but
Yeah,
they're so tanky now.
Yeah, and that buyback on mid one on that last defense, of course, just going to set that BKB timing back even further.
Yep, and Roshan is up.
Yep.
Empire's walking right into it. They've got Satanic finished on Chappie now too. All their core items are online.
And this is a tricky point for Secret because it feels like they have to contest this, because if the Aegis is on Empire, they're just going to waltz up and hit the racks and mega creeps them.
Yep.
But at the same time, if they contest it, they lose mid one, the game's going to be over. So it will be interesting what decisions Secret do make in terms of the play here. They are hovering around the pit, but it doesn't look like they're going to get looking close enough. So Empire will secure this Aegis, no problem whatsoever. So now Secret have to deal with the Aegis push. It did smoke up just a little too late to get into Roche Pit in time. They do have a bit of a strange angle here. They may catch Empire out with it. MP has been revealed, but really, what can they do, Secret? Have they got the burst to take down some of these, position 1 and position 2 of Empire? And it really feels like the answer is just a flat out no.
Yeah, especially now with the cheese finished up. They just have so many different ways of saving. They have so many ways to save the OD, to save the Terrorblade. Not even including the Aegis and the cheese.
Now just hope that they don't have any creeps. On the side, mid one, trying to go on to Ghosting, but again, the Solar Crest doing so much. There's the charge for it. In fact, whoa, okay, that's a big combo here. Grabbing them all, the freezing fill from Puppey, bringing them down low. They'll take down the touch. They do pop the Aegis. Chappie there with the BKB, turns towards Kezu. Kezu out and down. Chappie, the final raid boss here. Can Secret do anything about it? Yapzor charging back in onto the OD, brings down the OD, FN's out. Chappie still sitting pretty much at full life. Turns towards MP, manning up now against mid one, who Hurricane pikes himself away. They may have killed 3 Secret, but Chappie doesn't give a damn. Yapzor comes back in again with the charge. Really want to do something about this Terrorblade on the sidelines. King R falling low. The damage not going to be enough from mid one still. The evasion causing havoc for the TA. And mid one won't find the kill. Into the tree line and out of there. Chappie will be charged. Yapzor. Can he do anything? He has Puppey, but the buyback will be coming out straight away from the Tusk, and they're just going to look to change this fight around Empire and jump back in. Miposhka looks towards Puppey, but with the Ghost Scepter, CM backs away. Frostbite to hold Chappie in position. Shackle, though, connects immediately onto Yapzor. Mid one, he's tried to jump up into this one, but he's jumping into 3 heroes. Has to force himself back down away from this. Buyback from the OD as Empire realize this is their chance to finish it potentially. Mid one gets around. His Sanity's Eclipse knocks him out for 2 minutes. Buyback still unavailable for 2 minutes as well for the TA. So they've only got 2 heroes left to survive, Kezu and Puppey. And Empire, with those buybacks, are ready to go in for the GG push.
That was a pretty sick way that Secret actually took that fight, though. They got like the full duration freezing field with a charge and just incredible lockdown coming out on top of that, but Empire just proving to be a little bit too over-farmed, and with that Aegis cheese, just a bit too much for Secret to deal with.
You
TA
just
still dead for 90, Rax is all dead.
It's gonna be, there's just no way at this stage you can compete with the scaling of an OD and a Terrorblade with a Timbersaw and a TA. It's just not going to work out. And I think Secret realized that they had their strong point earlier, but they threw it away. And Empire, they aren't a team to mess around and let you make mistakes. They'll punish it, and they'll punish it damn hard as Empire take the victory. And back again, we're having the 1-1s return.
Yeah, I think Secret actually had a good grasp on this game. They looked like they were making some good plays. Like right after you disappeared for a moment.
Okay.
They actually had a good...
And then I came back.
You came back, and look what you did now. They had a good opportunity when they took the Roche and everything, but yeah, they just... That one fight they took bottom really hurt them, and then they went for another kind of crazy dive in the mid lane, and these like 2 or 3 mistakes really added up for Empire to get those 1 or 2 items they needed to just be able to snowball the victory.
Well, there we have it. Yeah. Very, very tight Terrorblade play. We're seeing even more why this Terrorblade is hot stuff in the teams at the moment here in DreamLeague. And well, we have to bring the panel back in. But the 1-1 curse is back.
It's back, boys. Woo! What a game, huh?
Only Secret has broken it so far. So
yeah, the beasts themselves. But man, talk about Throw City, huh? I mean, are you gonna call it anything else over there, caster panel?
They definitely went a bit over aggressive, but Empire still does have a good lineup to take the game. Like even breaking high ground is still difficult versus their heroes. Like once they get 25 on the OD on the Terrorblade, they have heroes to defend them. Like Clockwork can always zone them away. Tuskar with the snowball had some very good saves in that game. I think it was still a little bit hard for them to kind of come back in the situation that they were, but Secret definitely played over aggressive, and
Yeah,
They paid for it.
I mean, it pretty much it started going downhill when we saw Secret jump up to the high ground in the tier 3, get blocked in by the cogs and the shards. They made a massive mistake. They made 2 more after that, and subsequently the game was pretty impossible for them to come back into, as Empire just played a lot better in comparison to Secret and in comparison to what we saw in Game 1.
Yep, I hear that. Well, we've all done it. Thank you, boys.
Wind
Great
Ranger
casting.
won.
Yeah, great. You want to know why they won? It's because every time Mid 1 died, it was because he dived to kill the Wind Ranger. I saw it like 4 times. She's so hated that it lost them the game. I can't blame him. I do the same thing.
So maybe that's become the strength of Wind Ranger. Just so reviled as a hero that you just have to take it down.
So
right?
disgusting. You just simply have to eliminate it from existence.
I don't know.
Right?
All I know is I said Empire, you guys said Secret.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at this replay here. Maybe it'll give us some inside information on what went wrong in that one. Replay magical board, please.
Here we go. So we see the items, Jack.
Look at those items, Jack.
So it's interesting lineups. Empire has 2 court, but they're both very like
Pause this garbage.
kind of greedy cores and need a lot of farm, and they do have 3 control heroes, but 2 of them are capable of creating their own terrain, and like very good at defending high ground and defensively.
Wait, so if we go back a little, real fast. Wind back
Reverse
the replay.
a little bit.
I'm looking at this.
Wow, look at that ward.
Yeah, but Puppy ran up to place it while Empire already had a ward there. So they saw this coming, and so they got the jump, right?
The greatest mistake a support can ever make is buying wards. Putting them down.
Yeah, Hookshot comes in, breaks the fight up. Terrorblade gets to do his damage, right?
And you would think normally that's not too bad. I mean, you've got the BKB popped and the hook committed to deal with the Crystal Maiden, which you would think if that's what you're absorbing from the Crystal Maiden, that's good. But
So if you slow down the replay a little bit, and then we saw the duel, he jumped in all alone after Puppy got hooked, and the cogs were like right here, blocking everything. He jumps in behind. That's like the mistake number 2, right? They get jumped on, he jumps in, I want to say balls deep, but
Look at that.
and they get punished for this.
Easy find there. Boom, boom, boom. And
Center ward, clean up, 5-man wipe.
It all came from just putting that one fateful ward down.
Yeah, I think that ward was very, very crucial for that fight to happen in Empire's favor for sure.
Well, talking about the 1-1 curse, let's go ahead and look at the standings here. Team Secret, the only ones to break it, and they are still on the top of the world there. 8 games played with 5 wins. That's what matters. Everything else is just a bunch of 3s, boys. 3.33 repeating.
Yep.
Could this be change in the next series? Oh, wait a second. Is that a phone call? Hello, hello.
Hello?
Is this Ghosty?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, what up, dude? How's it going?
It's perfect. How are you?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on your last game. Hella some
Thanks.
plays. Yeah, no worries. We got some questions here for you.
Okay.
Who wants to start off?
how's it going, Ghosty? Good to see you again. You were at DAC, and you guys.
Yeah, I remember. It was a pleasure to give you interview, man.
He remembers.
You guys did well there.
Yeah, remember?
Well, I guess the question that everybody's been asking, I'm not sure if you'll want to give too detailed an answer, but you guys used to play a lot of Monkey King and PA at that time. Did Kiev kind of change your thoughts on those heroes a little bit, or was there something else that influenced your hero choices?
Yeah, I kind of prefer now Trent and other heroes like Bartram, because Monkey King, in our opinion, is weak right now. And Niposhka, not confident playing Monkey King at this moment.
Okay.
Oh, your Monkey King player's got to be confident for that.
Yeah. What about Terrorblade though? What do you think about Terrorblade right now? Is he too strong?
Yeah.
Is he like first 2 pick worthy?
It's OP as hell, in
Huh?
our opinion.
Fair enough.
We kind of struggling against Terrorblade sometimes, but sometimes we're giving enemy Terrorblade if we know that they are not confident with playing Terrorblade. But mostly we're just banning it or picking it ourselves, as you can see.
Yep.
I want to know some more meta questions. What's up with the team these days? You guys having fun? You got any stories for us? What are you doing with your lives right now?
We're just boot camping, we're sleeping, playing Dota, sleeping, playing Dota, repeating again. And one day we went to cinema.
Oh, what'd you see?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Any good?
Oh, well, it was kind of okay, but first chapter was better for us.
All right, all right.
That's what our
kinda.
Dream League
we're
teams were
playing
doing
football,
too.
by the way, also. We're great football players.
Oh, there we go. Uh-huh.
So if we go to DreamLeague, you can play football with us.
Hell yeah, man. I make a great frontliner. You think you could take me, Ghostic? Lineman?
This is-
Well, I'm
you call it
forward.
soccer.
Oh,
So we'll see,
God,
actually.
soccer.
It's gonna be tough.
I'm going to tackle you anyway, all right? I'm going to teach you about
Okay,
American
we'll
football.
see. American football, man. I think I have no chances against you, but Singer probably
All right.
can beat you up.
Thank you,
Your
Ghostic.
teammate though, you got some big boys, so
You do have some big lads on there. All right. Oh, well, thank you so much. Congratulations. Enjoy that win, and we will see you another day here in Dream League. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. See you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Football. Ugh. Euro football. Soccer.
What do you call it? Soccer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Filthy.
And you call hand egg football?
Yacht? You know, that...
It's your
All right.
turn.